Hello everyone, this is Daniel Pichardo and I'm back with another game review. Now, on the last game review, people were saying I sounded too monotone and boring. So in this review, I'm gonna sound super awesome. Also, I will not reveal cutscenes because people are giving me spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Okay, Call of Duty World War II, which will be released November 3rd for Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. So shout out to all you Call of Duty fans, you're in for quite a treat. Call of Duty World War II is a first-person shooter developed and designed by Sledgehammer Games, the geniuses who bought us Dead Space. I'm a big fan of Dead Space. I love aliens and anything that has to do with that. Call of Duty World War II is centered on a 12-man platoon of 1st Infantry Division. Time frame is 1944 to 1950s during the Hitler-Nazi regime. The game focuses on two soldiers, Private Ronald Red Daniels and his Jewish friend Private Robert Zimmerman. There will be additional playable characters including Pittsburgh Steelers running back Le'Veon Bell and offensive tackle Alejandro Villanueva. So football fans, there you go. You're gonna have football characters pop out of nowhere and be like, hey, what's up, you know? So yeah, guys, they have taken out the creator class system and instead they put a divisions for Call of Duty World War II, each with different stats. Now I could go into a whole nother video about this, but I'm just gonna simply go over each one of them as quick as I can. Infantry is the most versatile of the divisions. You could do long to mid-range combat, and you can inflict people with a bayonet, which is the little knife at the end of the rifle, if they get too close to you. There's airborne stealth, which is fast movements and suppressors. So this is one you want to use if you like, being a ninja and not getting caught. Armored is all about heavy firepower. You could mount machine guns, and your secondary weapon is a rocket launcher. So if you want to go in there and you want to do some real damage, you could choose to be the armored division. Mountain is about long range combat and sniper rifles. So if you're the long range guy, you don't like being in the heat of battle and you like going out there and you like playing it safe, then this is the class for you. Expeditionary division is about shotguns and incendiary rounds. Now there was a YouTuber on YouTube. He was complaining a lot about how he didn't like the incendiary rounds because he thought they were too cheesy. And I can't really say because I don't have a problem with the incendiary rounds. From what I saw, the whole game is pretty decent. They took a lot of the cheesy futuristic type of weapons that they had in the other games, and instead now it's more of a old school, you running around with Thompsons and other types of weaponry, and you're going about your objective. And did I forget to mention that Call of Duty World War II will feature Nazi zombies? That's right, guys. The all crazed Nazi zombies is going to be released for Call of Duty. I'm not going to go too much into what is inside of Nazi zombies, but it's based on King Frederick Barbossa's hidden treasure. The Nazi army is working in a lab and they're conducting hidden research. So yeah, it's way more than that. I'm not going to talk too much about it because as I mentioned before, there were people commenting that I was spoiling the game, so I'm gonna leave that up to the players when they receive the game. Okay, guys, here's my overall review on Call of Duty World War II. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 mics. I'm not giving it a full 5 out of 5, and here's why. A lot of things have changed since the last Call of Duties. There's been a lot of people saying, oh yeah, the Call of Duties, they were too futuristic. A lot of the gameplay wasn't unfair. I was getting killed real quick, and all this sci-fi stuff is turning me off. So what Sledgehammer decided to do was to make things old school, bring it back to bare bones. We're trotting on dirt roads with old-fashioned boots, and we're going out there and we're dueling it out with no bullshit weapons. You know, incendiaries. We got your firearms and your flamethrowers and your grenades and all that. It's more slower, so people could, you know, enjoy the gameplay better. And there's no wall running, there's no jetpacking, there's no lasers, there's none of that. And that's why it's so good. Overall, it's a great game. They got headquarters, which is a hub that you go to play downloadable content and extra stuff. So yeah, they got the hub where you could go and you could interact with players, buy stuff, play downloadable content, play one versus one, play war, play team deathmatch, domination, all that good stuff. They got new weapons. They got let's see, the Thompson M1920, the MP40, the Colt 911, the grenades, the sticky grenades, all that good stuff. The maps are better. The gameplay is intense, and it's real good. The only thing I'm giving it, the only reason why I'm not giving it a 5 out of 5 is because there's really no innovation. You know, it's not like they rebooted the game and they did something where we could be like, oh shit. Oh, and I forgot to mention that there's Nazi zombies, so that's another one. That's why it's got such a good score. And the Nazi zombies in this one looks fucking amazing. So make sure that you get it. If you're like me and you like to get war army games just to play the sci-fi part of it, then I highly suggest you get it, because that's probably one of the only reasons I'm gonna buy the copy when it comes out, is just to play Nazi zombies. Because in all reality, I'm not really a army war game guy anyway. I just did this review because I wanted to see what all the hype was about, and I wanted to inform people and make people feel like when they go in there and they buy the game, you know, they're making a informed decision and they're buying a game that's really worth the value. I could go into a whole bunch of stories about why it's not good, but I'm not gonna do it because it's really not worth downplaying all the hard work and all the great details and all the good gameplay that they put into this game. And it's probably going to discourage some people from buying it, and they're going to miss out on all the good stuff that's in it. So I'm giving Call of Duty World War II a 4 out of 5.
Well, ain't that something, Fritz?